Then I would suggest we start. So first of all, maybe you can introduce yourself, the startup you're working at, and the corporate you negotiated with.
Yeah, hi, my name is Daniel. I'm the founder and CEO of Room Hero. We are Europe's first digital interior design company, and we have negotiated with the company Vonovia.
All right. So first of all, I would like to know about your sales strategy, or in general, how the negotiation emerged. Did you contact the corporate? Were you contacted by them? How did it all evolve?
Basically, it was part of an acceleration program that we take part in, and Vonovia was one of the shareholders of the program. So actually, there was the initial contact was made by the acceleration program itself. So we had mandatory meetings with the CEOs of the companies, which actually was the best and the most important part of the accelerator program. And the first contact was made by or initiated by the accelerator.
All right. And then when you started to negotiating or getting in contact, how important would the agreement then be for you to found a sourcing agreement, and how dependent would you be on the corporate in case of an agreement?
So what exactly do you mean?
So when you, in your position, when you negotiated with Vonovia in this case, how important was it for you to really come to agreement, so to gain they as your client?
It was pretty important because at this time we actually switched from B2C to B2B. Yeah, we invented Room Hero in 2014 as Europe's first digital interior designer, and we were focused on typical B2C business. Yeah, so we actually were the interior designer for everyone, and actually we came more and more in touch with the real estate business, and that's why we took place in this accelerator program, which was the first real estate accelerator in Europe at this time. And so it was pretty important for us because we had first customers with real estate background. That was also the reason why we switched from B2C to B2B, because we had more and more customers that just came to our sales and marketing funnel, which were not B2C customers, and they were like super interesting for us due to the customer lifetime value, due to the fact that they own more than one apartment, and usually our customers have one apartment. The B2C customers usually furnish their place once every 11.2 years statistically. And in the case of real estate owners, professional or semi-professional owners, they do it logically more often as they have more property. And so we switched to B2B and had first real estate customers by mostly companies and capital investors that just somehow magically came through our sales and marketing funnel. So Vonovia was the first real big player that we negotiated with, and as you may know, Vonovia is one of the leading companies in the real estate sector. It was also a very positive signaling for the market that they are working with us as a partner.
Okay. So you then came to agreement with Vonovia. You said it was your first big client you negotiated with. How dependent are you then on that client? How's that dependency?
The dependency. Not at all, actually, because at this time when we had a very, very strong USP in the market, and actually it helped to have Vonovia as a client. And what happened after that, I don't know if you know that Vonovia also became a shareholder at Room Hero after that, and because they saw that we can do it really nicely and better than them. And we had a meeting with the Vonovia CEO at this time, at the very beginning of this pilot project, and he actually told us, I don't want to promise you too much. Yeah, let's do this pilot project. Actually, he gave us 5 apartments, and said, okay, let's see how you guys going to do it. Like 2 in Berlin, like all over Germany, like 1 in Munich, Bielefeld, I don't know exactly where it was, but all over Germany, and I said, okay, let's see how we're going to do it, but I don't want you to be disillusioned afterwards. You know, we have an we can probably do it better and cheaper than you do. So yeah, let's try it. And then I don't want you to be, hoping that we're going to have this big contract afterwards, because, you know, we are the big guys. Yeah. And actually after the pilot project, they were so fascinated by how fast and how good we did it, that actually Rolf Buch, who's the CEO of the company, he drove the investment round himself. Yeah, called me and told me, hey, I have to admit that I didn't know that you guys gonna do it that well, and maybe a typical make or buy strategy. We thought it's because we as a Vonovia, we always, when it's make or buy, we always make it, as we are so big, we have economies of scale and so on and so on. So we probably will also do this by ourselves. I want to recognize that this is a super interesting thing to furnish apartments. And they said, no, after we've seen how you guys do it, we actually will not do it by ourselves. We want to partner with you. And this was also something that went to the market as a very, very positive signal. Yeah. So as a company like Vonovia decides to work with a player like us, we probably don't do everything wrong.
Understand. So when you
the dependency was a question, and actually yes, there was actually no dependency. I mean, Vonovia until now is like one of our bigger clients. Yeah, we do like 1 million of revenue with Vonovia every year, like roundabout, but it's not our only client, and there is no dependency at all.
Okay, I understand. So when you look back at the first negotiations, first appointments you had with Vonovia, how did you prepare for the negotiation to come to an agreement?
How did we prepare? We did our homework. We knew what they need, what they can't do because of their size and because of the service that usually is very, very fragmented. Our USP is that we manage to do this super fragmented service as a one-stop shop. And this is what our customers love about Roomuro actually. And negotiation was pretty easy. What we definitely knew that it's going to be like a second and a third round in terms of pricing probably. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So we knew that we have to keep the powder dry. Yeah, and have some money left in a potential discount option if the purchase and the buying department of Vonovia will go into negotiations after like the people responsible say, okay, we would like to do it. Yeah? And that's what happened actually. So we knew exactly we need to have a little bit of a buffer in terms of pricing. Yeah, this was one thing. The other thing is, actually we defined the packages already in the pilot. Yeah. So we identified three different packages. Yeah. According to the yield expectation, depending to the size of the apartment, match the whole portfolio of a company like Vonovia. Yeah, which is comparable to every other company like Deutsche Wohnen and LEG and so on and so on. Yeah, so it's what we do every day. So we did our homework here and we adjusted the packages so we can match 100% of the portfolio. Yeah, so the employee, the regional manager, can just choose package A, B, or C, and it's like, oh, I have one offer and it doesn't fit. Yeah, we have to readjust it. We just had 3 packages that matched almost every apartment. Yeah, so this was the preparation, make our homework, and the second one to keep a little buffer, knowing that a potential discussion with the purchase department could come up, like what happened, of course. Yeah.
Understand. So then, looking a little bit at your negotiation team, who was involved in the whole negotiation on your side?
Basically me, but also other co-founders. Mm-hmm. Yeah, whereas as Vonovia also shown up with a pretty big team from the very beginning. We also had colleagues like from different departments in order to be able to answer all the questions. Yeah, so we had someone from the as I'm not an interior designer, we of course had like a co-founder who is interior designer, of course, and someone from the operations part, and so all the people that were, in my opinion, necessary.